Jeff Gaska, a farmer. We raise cash crop and beef cattle here near Columbus, Beaver Dam area, and run about 450 acres total. And what we've got here is our strip till machine that we built. We started with a cultivator, a 12-row cultivator, John Deere cultivator, and used that as our main frame and added on to that. And so what we did to beef it up was we put another toolbar in front to give us our strength and our hitches to hook up to, and then added those onto the wings as well to give us our 12-row strip till unit. And looking at the unit itself and what we built on it, so starting with the row cleaners so that we can clean up the trash in front of us. Then we have this is our depth gauge as well as our single coulter to cut through the trash, give us our first line of cut. And then we come to a mole knife that we had added on to give us that breaking up the soil and kind of picking it up a little bit to fluff it up. We can run that anywhere from 2 to 6 inches deep. Generally, we're running around 6 inches to get into that soil and break up any hard pan that might be down there. And then we followed that up with these mounding units in the back. So 2 coulters that kind of take the soil and bring it back into the center and give us our mound or our strip that we'll be planting on in the spring. So we kind of looked at a whole bunch of different units and built this ourselves, kind of coming up with our own design, but using parallel linkage here. And again, this is our depth. We use this for our depth gauge and for that single cut to cut through the trash. And then that kind of gives us our height for our shank in the back. It can go into corn stubble or soybean stubble or wheat stubble, and it's used for planting corn onto. Yep. We ended up having to add on 2 lift assist wheels in the back. This helps us bring up lift up the back end of the unit as well, and makes it easier for us to transport and takes a lot of the weight off the tractor when transporting it down the road and in the field. This year will be our 4th year using it. So generally we had been doing it in the spring. This last year we were able to get in the fall and try it, so we're going to see if there's any difference between spring and fall. Probably the biggest benefit, I think, will be just the timing issue. We can get into planting our corn quicker in the spring if we don't have to do the strip tilling in the spring. So when we originally made this, we had designed it to also potentially apply sidedress nitrogen. And so the hitch in the front and the lift assist wheels in the back are designed to be, we can move them 15 inches over so that we can go in between the rows for putting on our sidedress nitrogen. And so we can do that by just changing the holes that we have in the hitch. We can slide the hitch over and then using hydraulics, we can move the wheels 15 inches over in the back. And then that way it can run right in between the corn rows and not knock the corn over if we do sidedress nitrogen. And then when we do strip tilling, we move it back on centers again.